My life, I feel good about myself.
All right, forced repetitions are the reps that you have to struggle for. Without those, you're wasting your time.
I don't want to be bulky. Can I increase my lean muscle mass without getting big?
What's the difference, though? Why is that, you think?
Well, one, because I guess it would have to be.
But right here, I like what I'm
You should track your progress and not simply try to eyeball your gains. Okay, you need something
you can't
more
go
concrete.
anymore. And then when I'm with you, like my numbers are always higher because you know how to push
Come
me.
along and help out. So to keep the synergies strong, you pull up, push ups, and ditches. Don't do that. You see that?
Who's hungry? Super Set King!
Yeah, man. So, I love our intro, man. Every time I see it, I'll be back here cracking up, man. So y'all know what it is and what it do, man. The coldest host in the city, man. Y'all know where I'm at. Where I'm always at anytime y'all see the logo back behind me, man. I'm in the house that the legend built, man. Yeah, that's right. The Beast Mode Chef. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Repetition Diner. We up in here. Back with another episode of Behind the Apron. You already know I'm your co-host. I'm the host. The coldest host in the city, Mr. J. Rose. And then we got the legend right here to my left, the Beast Mode Chef. What up, homie?
What up, what up, what up, what up?
And then today we have our special guest in the building, man. We got Miss Sheena and we got Miss Mika. What's up, ladies?
Hello.
All right, man. So today's show, man, we're going to talk about the weight loss procedures, lipo versus training. And so you already know, like now, last show we talked about drinking and if you can still get your fitness goals while drinking. So of course, that's a no-go. So now we're talking about, is lipo cheating or is it not cheating? Should you get it or should you train? We gonna find out today what the ladies are doing, because we know a lot of ladies out here in the streets are getting them done. And then you have some ladies out here in the streets that's putting in that work. So we're about to find out today. We're about to dig in, man. We got some information for y'all that we are about to put out there, and we're about to have fun with this show. I really think so. I think it's a very informative show, and we're about to dive right into it. Chef, how you been, my brother?
I'm good, my brother.
Already.
Hey,
you ready to dive into it?
I am.
So, all right, man. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. Weight loss procedure, lipo versus training.
Oh, hold up, Brother Jay. Before we get into this,
let's talk.
Whatever your decision is, whether you've had lipo or considering lipo, we just want you to make an educated guess. So we just here to give you both perspectives and give you some information. If you already had lipo, this is not to make you feel bad about your decision. If you're already working with a trainer and not getting the results, you should feel bad about your decision. All right, so we're just here to get info. We're going to have some dialogue, and hopefully you make an informed decision. All right, so I think we're going to ruffle some feathers, but don't take it personal.
It ain't personal. It ain't never personal.
Uh-oh.
It ain't never personal. We're just trying to help you get to where you want to get to, so when you land that on that yacht, you looking the way you want to look. You understand? When you in that video or you posting for Instagram, we want you to look the way you want to look. That's all. Ain't nothing personal about it, man. All right, so ladies, let's talk about y'all fitness path. Let's get it started. We're gonna start to the far right over there with Miss Shane. What was your fitness path, and how did you get to the point that you were at? And second question is, are you happy with your track of where you're going?
Okay. Well, my fitness path was more so along. I was not feeling comfortable in my clothes. So I didn't like the way certain things fit me. I wanted to wear certain things, and I always felt like I needed to put on a pair of Spanx with them. So I felt like I needed to make some lifestyle changes, some lifestyle changes that I knew that I could continuously do, not just start and drop off of it. And I know in the past I've worked out before, and I remember I always felt good after I worked out. So I was thinking, why not just go back to that, and to add on to that, maybe change the way I was eating, because I like to eat. I like food.
That's usually the problem.
And anybody that has been to my mother's home knows that she is a great cook, and whatever you think you might want, she will make it and have you coming back for seconds
You had a
and
plate?
thirds.
I haven't had a plate with it. Oh, okay, all right.
So I guess it kind of started there, and I'm happy so far. You know, I can see the results. I'm not where I want to be just yet, but I'm happy. Like I feel good after I work out, and even with my eating habits, since they've changed, like I noticed a big difference. Like I don't feel stuffed. Like I need to go and lay down and go to take a nap after I eat. You know, I feel good.
How did you feel when you ate that pizza though?
Oh my God.
Okay.
I did. I had a little cheat meal. I had ordered pizza for the kids, and I was like, I'm gonna eat the pizza too. And it was horrible. It had me up all night, indigestion. I was like, yeah, we can't eat no more pizza.
Good.
No more.
So just up until this point of where you're at, how has your confidence level? Has it gone up? Is it still the same or?
Well, I've always had confidence.
I always had confidence, but
I do. I mean, it doesn't change the way that I feel about myself, but I want it to change the way that when I look at myself in the mirror, I want that to change. You know, I want to change that perspective. I want to, feel good on the inside and on the outside.
Okay.
So
Cool. All right, Ms. Mika.
Well,
welcome back.
Sorry,
Before you get started, welcome back. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm about to give you a plug. I watched the show the first time. I saw me on there, and I told y'all my history, but no. But I saw a picture of myself, and I thought I looked like a walrus. I was pretty big in that picture, and I was like, "Dang, nobody said nothing. Hey, you don't see all this fat." So once that, I was like, "Okay, I have to get the gym." And of course, he was already in the gym, and I'm like, "I just gotta go." So I went. I was scared, but I did it because I had to get rid of that fat. And it's a journey. How long I've been doing it? About over a year and a half.
Yeah,
Almost 2, maybe. It's a journey. I've been up and down, up and down. I'm up right now. I'm up, and I'm almost there where I want to be. I feel really good. I feel really good. So I'm ready.
Hey, brother Jay.
What's up?
Man, can we get down to that number 8 real quick?
Okay.
Yeah, can we start with that?
All right, yeah, let's get it. You want to get it? All right, man. All right, so when you're doing, let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
Have either one of you ladies with the weight loss, is it cheating or not? If you have lipo, or if you go like, which one is cheating, which one isn't? Let's put it like that.
You want to start?
Well, I'll say it depends on the person, but from my perspective, I think it's a cheat.
You see, so you're a cheater.
Okay.
I think the lipo is a cheat.
What do you think?
I have to agree. I think it's cheating because, in my opinion, I feel like anything that you don't actually have to put in work for, you don't appreciate it as much. So,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, before I started training and all that,
Right.
I was for it. Suck it on up, get it out.
Right.
But I started, because I didn't want all the pain, to be honest. So I was like, I got to do something else. So I came training. Now that I've been training, and there's no way that I wouldn't be able to do it. I talk about it a lot. Like at the end of the year, if his stomach ain't gone,
Right.
we're going to get it sucked on out. We get this stuff.
Right.
I talk about that, and I say, but I don't think I could even go for it.
So you
but
have thought about it.
I have thought about it, yeah.
How about you, Shane? And you thought about it?
No, I haven't thought about it.
Okay.
And I think the biggest reason why I didn't think about it was right before I started coming here, my sister did lipo. She got lipo 360. And
so can you break that down?
Hold on. Hit the pause. Hit the pause. Pause it. Hit the pause for me.
Okay, let's go.
I feel like.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get your perspective. My bad,
we good. I feel like if you have some type of physical limitations and you cannot get an exercise program, then I understand that. But if you're physically able, I do feel like lipo is cheating because I wonder, once you make that decision, does that affect every other decision you make? Will you take the easy route on everything after that? And then my second thing is, if you do have children, what would you be showing them? That if things are not right, you can just go get it fixed without going through those type of hardship or putting in straight work to make that change.
Yeah.
So when I look at that, And then before we go any further, I feel like that if you go and have surgery, you miss the best part. So when you do an exercise program, of course, the physical changes are great. But the best part is the things that you overcome mentally and who you become on the other side. You don't get that aspect by just having surgery. Okay, so if you reach your fitness goal, you are now going to set another goal outside of the gym. And you're going to crush that one as well. So it's going to have a domino effect if you stay on your journey and reach your fitness goal. That is not going to happen if you just go under the knife and come out. So I feel like you missed the best part. So that's why I feel like it's cheating.
Okay, that's understandable.
Okay, so hang on.
Okay.
Touching on what you said. So coming out on the other side, do you ladies agree that when you have reached certain goals that you didn't think you would reach in the beginning, that you set new heights and new standards for yourself to reach another personal goal or gain?
I do, yeah. I'm starving myself now. That's a big no. So I say yes.
I don't think I set a goal for where I wanted to be. I just felt like coming was a big accomplishment for me.
Then there you
So
go.
and the fact that I keep showing back up.
See, so okay,
that's-
so subconsciously, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she knew, so she got a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
You know,
Well, this is true. You are right. I knew because I saw your pictures and I was like, okay, let's go out there and meet this man.
now look, the other day when Sheena and I were training, she may cuss, she gonna fuss, she gonna give you that.
I do.
But it's still a little bit deep down inside. I say, you like this shit. It's a small part that like it. You know what I mean? So,
That's dope.
Hold on, I don't want to forget what I was gonna say.
Okay.
So, what for the ones who have had the lipo, but actually did go working out,
Okay.
training, and all of that,
Okay.
and they just decided to do after, like, I mean,
you mean is that cheating?
would you still? Yeah.
Well, I feel like if you are let's open up another can real quick.
Okay.
Say you are a middle-aged mother, right? And you partake in an exercise program, you work with a trainer or not, you just put in the work, and you get significant results, right? And then you have this last little bit that you can't get rid of, so that the doctor tells you gotta have it, there's nothing you can do. What is wrong with having that last little bit? What's wrong with let me finish though. What's wrong with looking like a middle-aged mom? What's wrong with that? I don't understand what's wrong with looking like I had 2 kids. Why is that bad?
You're right. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Okay.
And I think the thing about it is that we're so busy judging each other. You know, I tell my friends a lot of times, like when we go out, when we get dressed up, we ain't getting dressed up as the man we going to see because men love it. Okay? We get dressed up for each other.
Facts.
We want to see who gonna come in and look better than us. That's all it is.
Oh, you mean other ladies?
Yeah.
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 Facts.
Because men don't care.
At all.
They don't care.
Cat Williams said it best. I don't care about no plum toenails.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's facts though. I can definitely
Okay,
agree.
so if you put in the work, for instance, if you lose a significant amount, one way people go wrong, they don't do strength training. They lose a lot of weight, you got a lot of loose skin. So that's something you're gonna have to get taken care of.
Yeah.
I think that's more respected, so to speak, versus just going and get it done without giving the effort. I feel like that you should exhaust every single avenue and then say, I need to go get some help. What I mean by that, you can't say it don't work and you haven't made any sacrifices. You can't say it don't work and you're not meal prepping. You can't say it don't work and you're not doing any cardio. So once you're doing all these things and then you're just stuck, okay, let's look at another avenue. But even though you are in a fitness program, if that's the route you're going, you still will hit a plateau. Everyone will.
Yeah.
But that's up to you and your trainer to sit down and figure out where you can make changes to overcome that. It don't mean it's going to be just a straight gradual decrease. There are going to be roadblocks. All right, go ahead.
So maybe it's the trainer
Maybe.
will have
You know what?
before they decide
that
to
may
lipo, because there are a lot of trainers and everybody ain't like the beast no shit.
Give him his
That
flowers.
might be a thing.
But if you are training with me and you're at a plateau, if I don't have the answer, we're going to go find it. That's just what it is. If I don't have it, we're going to figure it out.
That's true.
If I say, hey, man, I think you should go over here and work with this trainer for this, and then come here, that's just what it is. But we're going to do what's right by the person. You follow me?
That's why you the
Yeah.
legend, my brother.
Yeah.
That right there is why. You
Where we at?
Polish trainer in the
Uh-oh.
lane.
Uh-oh.
In the lane.
Uh-oh.
I said it once and I continue to say it. And it ain't because I'm the host of the show.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Believe that. Please believe that. All right. So up until this point, I'm gonna ask y'all this. Up until this point, what has been, even though it is a short amount of time, but we still want to know, what is your biggest what has been your hardest to maintain or to keep going?
I think it's all hard.
As far as
I mean, coming and working out is hard. Meal prepping at home is hard, especially when everybody eating something else that you want. And you eating this chicken that you done ate for the past 3 days and this broccoli.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's all hard, but I think it's more mental than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you can get past, what's in your mind, what's been normal to you, then maybe you can get to where you want to be.
So would it be safe to say that we were taught incorrectly of how to eat?
Yes.
Yeah.
most
If you were raised that way, then it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things that we have to that we need to overcome.
Hey, real quick, man, I gotta give a shout out to Miss Lisa, man. Every time we on air, man, Miss Lisa always tune in. And she gave a hella funny comment to me. She said, "We want to look good in our clothes and naked." Facts.
We got that. But I take them off. I need to see that. So that little bit of fat right there, it's got to go. We don't want that.
Okay, so let's talk about Brother Jay. Where we at? Can we
I
talk
know we
about?
all off.
Nah, we actually
All
we still on course.
Can we talk about the lipo?
Let's talk about it.
Let's
get
talk about
into
it.
it.
Someone
Matter of
first,
fact, yeah, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I think about 3 weeks maybe before I came and met you for the first time. My sister had just had her surgery, Lipo 360. So she had her
That's
whole
what we
abdomen done. So from like your bra strap down to your bikini line, I guess, like front, back, sides. She had all that done.
Okay.
So of course, when she recovered at the house with me.
Okay.
And it was a lot. Like I don't know if she was prepared for it. I don't know if she knew exactly what was going to happen, but I know I wasn't. I figured, I had to, cook and feed her. I'll just feed her whatever I eat.
Right.
But it was way more than that.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
So,
Yo, it's a
tell her
lot.
story.
Man, it's a lot.
It is.
Did you get paid hourly for this?
No, I did not.
I think you need to go back and
I feel like she owed me some money right now. No, but I felt like I was her nurse. I was on call. Like, I think it was worse than giving birth to a baby. I mean, because she couldn't, I felt like she was walking hunched over every time I saw her, So, so with the Lipo 360, you have holes in the front and the back. And they only stitch up like one hole that's in the middle of your back. So all the other holes are open. And so she's pretty much oozing fluid and blood all day for those first couple days. So, so we changing pads on a regular basis. Making sure that when she decides to take a bath, that somebody's watching her because she's a fall risk at that point too. And then on top of paying for the Lipo 360, you have to pay for all these fajas to wear because the smaller you get, the smaller your faja needs to get too. So your faja, it's like a compression garment that you wear under your clothes, like Spanx, but they're like surgical versions.
Oh, they're surgical versions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So they're very tight and they're supposed to stay tight. So as you lose, as your waist is getting smaller, you're supposed to go and buy a smaller version of it to make you even smaller. So what is
the price of these fajas? What's the average price of a faja?
The day after surgery, I had to take her to one of the stores. It's actually out here in Duluth. And the faja that she bought from that lady was $110.
You talking about $1.10?
No,
$110. And mind you, she left the surgical center with a faja on, so she had to. So the next day, after we went to her post-op appointment, because you have to do post-op appointment the day after, we left there, and the nurse, after she saw the doctor, they told her she needed to go ahead and get another one. So yeah, that was $110, and I think to date she's bought I think she's on her third or fourth one. I think
So
she's on
you
her
telling
fourth
me
one.
you just spent $500 on some Under Armour tights?
Yes.
So what do you think the total investment has been, if you just throw a number
Oh
out,
God.
between the surgery itself, or the procedure itself, and the garments? Just throw a number out.
But it's not just that, because the nurse, because you got to remember, she has to have her she has to get her, I can't even think what the massages are called now.
Oh,
But she has to get a massage done
Okay.
too,
Okay.
even on top of that. So you get like 2 massages a week.
Okay.
So those are like $100 a piece.
Wait, hang on. Wait a minute. The Baja's 110,
Yeah.
and now the massages are 100.
Yeah, it's a lymphatic massage. That's what it's called.
Lymphatic.
Okay.
Yeah. So a nurse, so you have to have an actual nurse that'll come, like the nurse comes to her wherever she is.
Okay.
$100, and I think the first sessions that she got 10 at $100 a piece.
So what would your number be if you had to tally everything up?
So I would imagine just that first round, she probably spent over $6,000.
$6,000.
And she's still getting massages now. So, and every time she gets one of those, that's still $100 a piece.
Okay.
Tell your sister let me hold about 10 and invest 10 in me, and I get her back 20.
But some girls spend more than that. I mean, she got lucky because I was okay with taking care of her. A lot of girls go to a recovery house. You know, and so depending on how long they need to recover for, you know, they stand in a recovery house. So you have nurses that are on staff there too. They probably spending $1,000 a week at a recovery house.
Invest that in me or smoke.
Yes.
So
Invest that in
then,
smoke. He got you.
so then after that, then you still have to partake in some type of exercise and still change your diet. So you still may need that trainer.
Yeah.
After the surgery.
Yeah.
So
you actually do.
You
Yeah.
do. I think you do because you only lost weight in that one place. I mean, I haven't told her, but I just feel like, you know, she looks a little unproportioned.
Wait,
Okay.
what you're trying to say is like when the girls go get their butts done, they butts be bigger than their legs.
Yes. I mean,
But
it's
that's
just,
just gonna come because you're gonna work out and
Okay.
get it back proportion.
So if you say about $6,000, if you was paying about $40 per session for your trainer, that's $6,000 you could train 3 times a week for 1 year. So 3 times a week for 1 year, you would be a lot further than what you would just having lipo.
well, her recovery time is going to take that long anyway.
Well, see, so
You got to
we
wear
answered our
a
question.
faja for 6 months.
And you can't work out.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the first 6 months. You're sleeping, eat, everything you do, you're doing with that faja on.
Okay, so what is the expectation then from surgery? So if you had, from the procedure, you're expected to lose how much fat? Take a guess at that. What do you think, Miss Mika?
What did she lose? Like 10, 15?
Yeah, I think she was at
10,
15.
15?
I think she was at 15 the last time. she
15
got on the
pounds.
scale.
15 pounds of fat. So the average is 1 to 10 from the procedure. So let's talk about some real numbers then, Jay.
Boy,
We're talking about
you
more.
ready to blow their
Let's
mind,
do
bro?
it. So from 1 to 10 pounds is average for the lipo procedure.
Right.
Okay, and this is over a course of time because you're still losing, right? As you're wearing the garment. So we can't even say a time span. We can just say when it's all said and done, right?
Yeah.
So how long have you been training with the chef at Body Edge?
In 2 months.
It's been 2 months. So that's 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So in 8 weeks, let's go through the numbers for real, for real.
You got it?
Yeah, we're gonna get the real numbers out. All right, so your body fat was 35%, and now your body fat is 28. That's 7%. For body fat loss, what's realistic is 1 to 3% a month. So you're way above that. Now in pounds, because from the lipo, the procedure is from 1 to 10, right?
1 to 10 pounds of fat removed.
But it may not be in 2 months because you're still wearing your garment, you're still getting your massages. It could be a course of 4, 5, 6 months before you settle in, right?
Yep.
So in 2 months, your body fat in pounds was 69. In 7 weeks, your body fat is 53. So 53 to 69 is what?
16.
16 pounds. For far less of what you had to go through to have the procedure.
So it's doable.
So it's doable for certain. It's doable for certain. Where are we at now? We're going to
So
Ms. Mika?
a quick note on the lipo. Thanks to our research team. Shout out to our research team. It says here that lipo is used to target pockets of fat and not weight loss. So therefore, you're only really removing fat from a certain area of your body. And so that goes back to what you were saying. Like it's kind of look disproportionate because you only got fat going here, but you still have fat here, or you still have. So it's really not. I'm not gonna say not helping you because you look the way that you want to look on your decision, but at the same time, does it really make sense to just take it out of your stomach, but you still have it in other areas? I guess.
Nope, that just means they have to go get a training.
Of course.
That's what it means.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't do the training before, like, you
Right.
gotta do it after.
Understand?
You have to keep it. I think.
So one more fun fact.
Okay, talk to me.
All right. Lipo is used to remove excess fat, but will leave normal fat behind.
Which means you can get it back.
It means it's just removing probably the baby fat from having a kid, but the fat that you still had before you got pregnant is still there. So did you really cheat up or did you cheat down? Is the question.
I think if you stick to it and do what you're supposed to do, then it'll make sense. But if you fall off and you don't, because if you can get your stomach back, you can do all that, it's not gonna make sense.
Let's talk about, I know we're not going to go deep into this, but can we just mention the gastric for a second?
Okay.
All right, so the gastric, I see a lot of ladies do that. I'm like, hold up, bro. On the last picture, your neighbor wasn't in that spot. I'm like, what?
She said that all the time. She was like, I can't stand the fake navels. I'm like,
I don't get
pays
it. But
attention
then
to
you'll
that?
stand in front of the camera and say, I'll get it in the gym. Come on, man.
No.
But anyway, so the real quick about the gastric, that 50% of people that have gastric gain that back in 24 months. 50%. So at the end of the day, your lifestyle habits has to change. Your eating has to change. You still have to exercise,
So you
no
might-
matter what procedure you do.
You might as well just do it without doing the procedure.
Absolutely.
You don't have to do it
Might as well
anyway.
just put in the work.
That's true.
Now, one thing I can say is probably when you go into a fitness program, if you're not in the right place, you're probably going in you're going in uninformed, and your expectations are unrealistic before you start. So if you sit down during a consultation and your trainer tells you exactly what you can expect and how long it's going to take, then you can go in with a better mindset versus you saying, well, I want to be here by this amount of time. Okay, where did you get that idea from and support that? If you tell me, well, I want to lose 20 pounds by here, tell me where you get this number. Because I have ladies tell me, well, I want to be 150 on the scale. Okay, and why do you want to be 150? Where did you get that number? I don't know, I just want to be 150.
That was me.
Okay, so do you know where your body fat is? Does it matter what your muscle mass and body fat ratios are?
Right.
Well, I never thought about that. I just want to see the scale.
Yeah.
So you go in with misinformed information.
Right.
Where we at? Brother P?
Right. No, that's definitely makes a whole lot of sense. All right, bro. So what we talking about? Okay, so just one more fact. Shout out to the info team. She said you can't remove 100% fat. You have to leave normal fat behind. So Smoke, you would know a lot about still keeping some fat for, I guess, different purposes. What would be a reason to still hold on to a certain
fat?
Yeah, some fat.
Well, your body doesn't want to lose fat at all, period. It's going to regulate your temperature. It's actually for insulation. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why your body needs fat. Menstrual purposes. So for a woman, you really shouldn't go below 21%, unless you're competing and getting on stage. But you got to remember, when those ladies get in that type of shape, they're only trying to reach that point for one day. They're not going to maintain that year round. So 21% for a woman. One thing I like to point out is that muscle mass, because that is going to determine how you're going to look. Okay, that muscle mass has to increase, and that's what's going to give you that toned look. If you are losing weight and losing muscle mass, you are going to be a smaller version, but your body fat is going to be higher. You're going to be slushy. So you have to lift weights while you're losing weight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So how come your stomach is really, your stomach is snatched in, but the back of your arms is jiggly? That don't make sense to me.
You're jiggling, baby.
So I can look at the back of your arms and tell if you really live this life or you just portraying that you live this life. The back of your arm is going to tell that.
Facts.
And you know what? And around your knees going to tell that too.
Facts.
You follow me?
Okay.
And just for all the ladies out there, we need y'all to understand one thing. We can't say it enough. Even though we say it almost every episode, we can't say it enough. No matter how hard you work out, ladies, you will never be able to look like the Beast Mode chef unless you have extra ingredients.
Okay? Leave it as that.
Okay.
So with that being said, women, you can lift as heavy as you want to lift. Okay? You cannot gain size without a surplus of calories. So if you're eating correctly and your calories are in a deficit, there's no way you're going to gain size, regardless of how heavy you look. And genetically, you're not designed to look like a man, genetically. So that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'd be concerned.
Thinking you gonna
I
what?
said all the time, like, Smoke, you trying to give me your arm. You can't get it. Well, I feel like you making me get it.
Okay, so let's talk about the mental. Let's talk about the mental.
Yeah.
Of who do you think how are you different since you've been doing exercise and meal prepping and committing to the healthy lifestyle? How does that affect your mental?
What's all I think about? It's like, I don't know.
Are you a more strong will? Do you have more drive? Did that increase? Like, do you your self belief? You're not saying that you didn't believe in yourself, but has that increased? Like, what has happened from a I guess physiological standpoint?
Yeah, I would say yes to that.
Psychological, sorry.
I would say yes to that, and I think like motivational, like very motivational for my.
Let's just talk about what you did yesterday. What did you do yesterday?
Oh my God! So I traveled
Okay.
to Kentucky, and I'm on the 30-day
All right.
isogenic. So of course I only can eat certain ways.
Okay.
So I packed up all my stuff to make sure I was taking my drinks I'm supposed to, my pills I'm supposed to, eat like I'm supposed to, even though I planned a whole baby shower, spread of all this food, and I cooked actually before I left and made my meals and took them with me. And I'm sitting there eating I had roast and a sweet potato and some broccoli, while all this other stuff is just sitting there looking so good.
Got it.
And everybody's looking at me like, "What you got? What you got? What you doing?" And they was like, "That's dedication."
That's dedication.
Man.
That pumped me up.
You know
Wait,
what?
hang on. You go to the brick house? When you in the club though?
I went to the club.
Yeah.
What you drink?
And I'm in my hometown, so everybody loved me. They was like, "Come on, what you drinking? Let me buy you this." I was like, "Water." They was like, "What?" Because
Man.
usually when I go.
Right.
They was like, "Water." I'm like, "Water." You see this? Because everybody seen that too. They was like, "Ooh, I have my little high waist jeans on, shirt
Oh,
tucked
wow.
in."
Right.
That's why you didn't take no pictures on.
I was,
Uh-oh.
hey, I was like, "Ooh." So they was like, "Oh man,"
You
she
know
looking like, I was like,
J Hole like yeah.
yeah, like it was really cool, and I'm like, no, I need water, and they gave me water, and that's just what it was. It's different, and it definitely made me think differently because I actually went out and I didn't, I didn't break what I was doing.
You never thought you could do
I didn't, because I'm like around, just around there, you want to have fun, and I still had fun, and it was good, and just to see that, like that was motivation, and for them to be like, oh, you dedicated.
You inspire someone.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
That brings up another perspective. If you go to any gym, any training studio, and you walk in the door and that salesperson or trainer, I call them fitness trainer or fitness salesman, if they're trying to sell you everything in the glass case, I want you to walk out. Okay? Now, with that being said, you and I have been training for how long before I even mentioned another route for you?
like we said, almost 2 years.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're going to do everything you can to get there. And if you hit a plateau, you're going to say, you know what? I have an idea.
And that's true because I felt like
That
I
makes
was
sense?
standing still.
Okay.
I came to you, I was like, I don't feel like I'm doing
Right,
this and
right.
doing that. And he came up with a different option. And maybe 2 weeks, then I'm like, 15 pounds.
Yes. So when you start thinking about supplementation isn't to do the work for you. It's to enhance the work that you're already putting in. So when you ask yourself, am I doing everything I can do? Am I grinding in the gym? Am I going when I don't feel like it? Am I meal prepping when I don't feel like it? If you say yes and you need some help, then go for it. But if you're looking for something to do the work, it's not going to happen. Okay? So let the supplementation enhance the work you're already putting in.
Thanks. All right, man. So let's touch on some of these numbers down here, man.
Uh-oh.
We got some calculations.
Uh-oh.
So, I think what you said, she was around what, 20? About 10,000 for all together.
I think she less than that. She
She
probably less than that. She probably working on like 6.
About
She
6,000?
Yeah, she might be probably over it.
That's including surgery, though.
Yes.
Okay, so
Probably
she
over
at
it.
6, right? So at $35 an hour for 100 and then that's an hour, right? So in 3 weeks, that's $105. For a year, that's $5,400. You could have came, did something with the chef,
Mm.
and cut all that. Basically, I say more than half. What you think, chef?
I think so. I think so, for certain.
For certain, right? And not even having to go through the
Pain.
the bed. How long was her bed rest, or was she on bed rest? Any at all?
Not necessarily on bed rest, but I mean, it was only so much that she could
Right,
could
that she
do.
couldn't hardly
But
move.
yeah, because I think the only restriction the doctor had her on was like she couldn't do any lifting.
Okay.
And then when you're on pain meds, they tell you not to drive and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
I'm gonna put you ladies on the spot. So, and I know you ladies, you have a family member that just had surgery. You had plenty of friends that have had surgery. I'm gonna put you on the spot. You had to make a decision. I want you to tell me, based on the information we just provided, if someone chooses a procedure, can you say that they just don't want to put in the work?
Depends on the person. Like their history of whatever's going on. I have to say it.
Okay, let's
right.
clear that question up a
Okay,
little
go
bit.
ahead. Clear it up.
If they have no ailments,
Mhm.
they have all of their limbs, they have full range of motion, everything that you need in order to work out consistently in the gym. Now answer that question.
But what if they already tried to work it out? It
How?
just didn't work. I mean, to
How?
them, they might not have the right person to help them. They might not know, knowledge on it, and then they just
I don't
have the
know.
money and they just.
You know.
No.
No, I'm saying I don't know about what she's saying.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just say this, especially being on this journey with my sister.
Okay.
I know before she made the decision to do the surgery, like there's so much. My thing is, as long as she's known you, she know you come up here.
Yeah.
She's
I've
seen
tried
how
to convince her
she's
50
seen
million
how
times.
you've changed, right? And my thing is she always on Instagram looking at these girls like, look at her, and look at what she look like. Look at what she look like. I just think, when you have the two, and it's like, oh, but I can get here tomorrow versus putting in this hard work. I think that's a choice that they've made. I don't think they're seeking to, come and find a personal trainer or even go to the gym on your own. Like, I think they just want the quick fix.
Y'all was walking. She tried.
No, but
In this instance,
even when we were out there walking, because she had changed her diet and everything, and I had even told her that I had noticed a change in her body. Even then, she was still determined to have surgery. She didn't care. She wanted to have surgery.
Okay, so do you think there's something much deeper? Like when you see these ladies on Instagram and they have that body, how does that make you feel when you
That's
see
what I
that?
was about to say. Yeah.
If they actually did the work to get there, it's motivation.
But how do you know
But
though?
that's the problem. Because we really don't know.
But you
Exactly.
don't know.
That's why
You don't know. But with some of these girls, you can.
Some of
With some you can.
It's a
your
little
leg
disappointing.
ain't right, and if
Yeah.
it don't, your booty ain't match your thighs. Like some things you can tell,
Yeah.
but nowadays you just never know. Everybody's getting everything.
So I have
Yeah.
a question. Again.
Talk to me.
All right. We always keep it a stack behind the apron.
All right,
We number one in what, bro? Transformation, right?
absolutely.
All right, we number one in transformations. So I'm gonna throw a hypothetical out there. I'm gonna try to word this correctly so we don't get no backlash. So we have a high maintenance female that's in the spotlight of everybody. Okay. She has a waist trainer line. She even has tees. She has all kinds of weight loss supplements and equipment.
I'm with you.
So, do you guys think that she actually put in that work? Or do you think that she is getting over on all of her fans by saying she put in that work and everybody is buying all of her products?
In my opinion, I don't know who you talking about, but in my opinion, when people like that, that's probably not the only person. A lot of people have designs, their bodies look good. I feel like they got work done. Most of them look like they don't have ribs anymore. Like there's just no way you got that smile. You gonna tell me this waist trainer did it? No. So I don't believe a lot of that.
I don't
Now,
either.
have I bought waist training stuff? Yes. And and that's how I know that don't work. I do feel like that a lot, especially the bigger people who's really out there and like you said, have all these different products stuff. y'all want to get stuff done and just making you people believe, because that's all it's about.
Yeah.
You believe and you go buy it.
Well, usually, this is my perspective. I don't have no data to back this up. Usually, when someone has huge influence in the beginning, it's because they have something that someone else wants. Whether it be the house, whether it be the car, whether it be the jewelry, whether it be the something to draw you in. That you say, hey, she has this. Let me take a look. Now, so they create a following. Once they have a following, then they come out with a product, regardless of what their product is. Now, when it comes to fitness, I feel two ways. One, I feel like if I go look deeper and I see you've been living this lifestyle for the last 5, 10, 15 years, then I feel like then you can get out front and lead people because you went through what you had to go through.
Facts.
I don't like when you have surgery or a procedure and then you lead people. That's where I have the problem. If you want to have it and do your own thing, that's fine. But don't say workout tip of the day when you ain't put in no work. That's my only issue with it. And that goes for every profession. And that is how social media has destroyed every profession. You had people just being a doctor. Oh, I'm a model now. What happened to the time when you had to put in work to be everybody a model?
Everybody.
Shit, you gonna start modeling, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They get it.
Like you don't have to have no documentation, no nothing. Just look a certain way and people follow you. I don't understand that.
Ooh, so it says, does plastic surgery hold physical health benefits?
Physical health benefits. I'm not a doctor, but everything that I am aware of is cosmetic. Now, if you do have less body fat, you are going to minimize risk of diseases, but you still have to maintain that fat loss too. So I don't know.
Thanks, Emily, for the question. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even read her full question. I just seen about it says beyond aesthetics aspects, does plastic surgery hold physical health benefits?
None.
None?
None.
None whatsoever.
None.
Thanks for the question, Emily. Appreciate you for watching.
None.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, good question.
Good question.
So yeah, man.
So is it cheating? We said yes.
Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, it's definitely cheating.
And we already compared the cost. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess what? Where are we at now, Jay?
So yeah. So you still planning on going to have that surgery if your stomach ain't going? What? What is?
I ain't going because one, I would have to look at his face and he's gonna be disappointed in me. Not even Jay. I'm talking about him. And I can't take that. Like we've been working it out, and I'm like, God, I can't do this shit no more. And I look up, I'm like, fuck this dude.
But can you do more than what you could?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay,
and
so
now even more. You know what's so crazy? Since I've been on this 30 days and I've lost more. I feel like my strength, I'm weak as ever because I'm hungry all the time. But I feel like my strength and working out is better. I feel like I'm holding less weight. Like it's different than working out before. I still complain and I be trying to get you to change stuff up, but I still feel like I can do it. It's different. Okay, so that means then okay, great question, Emily. What are the positive aspects of taking the fitness route? Let's name some.
Yeah.
Mentally, you feel better.
Yeah.
Right? You are going to get the physical. You're going to have physical changes. You're stronger.
Yeah.
Let's name some more from a woman's standpoint. What else?
I mean, eventually when we all get to where we want to be, we're gonna have that boost, that extra boost of confidence.
Wait.
Okay.
I thought you said you got that extra boost.
I get that extra though, you know, because versus posting the Instagram on Instagram in my one piece, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put on this barely 2 piece, and I'm gonna post that picture now.
But hold on though.
She didn't get on her Instagram last time.
Hang on. I could have swore I asked somebody a specific question about them posting pictures on Instagram when they first came into the gym, and
But I don't.
they don't even
I don't do that. I'm just saying if that's what I wanted to.
Okay.
If that's what I wanted to do, then
you could.
Then I could. But at the moment, I don't have social media, so no, you're not gonna find me on any platforms. Okay.
But once we get there, look her up on Instagram.
All right. So, Miss Sheena, in 7 weeks, you're down, what? How many percent was that?
7.
You're down 7% body fat, 7 weeks. Yeah. Your first 7 weeks, you lost 5 inches off your waist. Right? You never exercised before, right? Were you successful in the past?
In the past, yeah.
How successful were you then?
I lost a lot of weight back then.
Did you do it in 7 weeks?
No.
Oh, say it again.
No, it wasn't.
He's so petty.
Okay.
So what was the difference back then
It was
into now?
It was months.
Were you with the trainer or you was just doing it yourself?
I was just doing it myself. I made sure, I was consistent with it though. If it was, getting off work and going to the gym that was in the building or going to the gym on the weekends. And I changed my diet back then too. And I think it was just, I think I got out of it because I had another baby. And then I think just adjusting my life around, okay, I done went from 2 kids and I got 3 kids. Like, where am I going to find the time to do this?
Okay.
But my kids are older now and I'm doing this for me. Like, this is for me now.
Important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I go off topic for
Go
a
ahead,
second?
bro. It's the legend.
So whether you train with the chef or wherever you train at, the first thing you're going to do is if your trainer is not taking your measurements and body fat, you're going to dump your trainer. Okay? Every 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to have your measurements and body fat done. We might get sometimes we might go 7, 8, but you know what? It's time to measure. Let's go measure. Yeah. All right? You cannot make any gains. You cannot make any changes or even know what changes to begin to make if you're not tracking your body fat, your lean mass, and your measurements. So if your trainer isn't doing that every 4 to 6 weeks, lose your trainer. All right? If you're working out and you still have no idea how you should eat, lose your trainer. All right? Now, if you have all the tools and you choose not to do that, that's different. But you need to have all the tools to be successful. If your trainer is standing beside you with a clipboard writing down how much weight you're lifting, lose your trainer. You follow me? Those are not personal trainers, and I think that people are misinformed to what personal training is. The most creative exercise that looks cool on social media, that is not personal training. Okay? Those days where you don't feel like coming to the gym and your trainer is right beside you, come on, let's go, that's a personal trainer. The one that texts you and say, what's good, how you feeling, that's the personal trainer. The one that texts you and say, hey, any injuries, we all right, that's a personal trainer. You follow what I'm saying? Right. When you're in the grocery store, you don't know what to grab, and you text, hey, can I have this? That's a personal trainer. So you're going to hold your client hand in every single aspect, whether it be the mental, whether it be, I don't have no ride, cool, I'm going to send you an Uber. That's a personal trainer. You follow me? So we're going to link hands, and we're going to ride this thing out from A to Z. That is personal training. So if you want a real personal trainer, man, you know where to go.
Beast Chef.
What? Absolutely. And you already know we even doing it online. Go to the repetitiondiner.com. We serve it up them plates online from beginner to intermediate to expert. We got you, men and women. It don't matter. What, y'all thought y'all gonna get away because y'all ain't in Georgia? We got to reach all the way across the map. You feel? We can reach you in Cali. We can reach you in New York. We can reach you in Australia if you got a internet platform. We got you. Don't even worry about it. All right? Please believe that. Go ahead.
And it's like real people, which other people think is real people, but it's like real people where you can see the belly fat. You can see that they're not already fit, trying to tell you to get this way. No, I need to see. That's really what brought me in. I think it was
The wall?
Amy.
Oh.
No, it was one video y'all did. Amy.
Amy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Amy if you watch it.
Yes, she was in here working it. I'm like, dang.
Yes.
And you can see after so many weeks, whatever, and I'm like, I gotta go. So you get to at least see real people in here doing it, struggling, the mishaps, everything is in the video. You'll see it, but you still get what you need to get from it.
You know what I like? What I like best about what we got going on and what we do is that we don't have no drama. It's all love.
It really is.
You walk in the door, it's like, hey, how you doing? It's like, hey, this is Machina. It's her first day, and somebody, hey, get it, girl. I mean, it's just like, or you just meet even brothers.
Yeah. It's
oh my God, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before.
A strong one at that.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
And the wall, we call it the wall of fame.
Crazy.
Everybody up on the wall, from beginner, from when you first step through the door, you on the wall, all the way up until your last achievement, you on the wall, man. We out here, we changing lives, and we're making people motivated to do it. Trust and believe that. 629 Airport Road, man. But guess what? Can I tell them, bro?
Go ahead and tell them. Do the thing.
Man, we're about to move up the street to the new spot, and it's going to be even bigger and better than where we at.
Absolutely.
Please believe that. So go ahead, man. Make sure y'all stay following the repetitiondiner.com. Make sure y'all stay following the Beast Mode Show. Make sure y'all stay following everything that we got going on. If you don't know about us, find out about us. Because trust and believe, man, We changing up the game of fitness. This man right here, I'm just riding with him, enjoying everything he's doing. Please believe that. You know, hey, when he say, hey, let's pull up over here, I'm pulling up, he jumping out. We got it. We in here, man. Please believe that.
That's what it is.
All right, so trust and believe. Ladies, so my question before we always get ready to get up out of here is this. Are you guys close to your goal? And how much more do you have to get before you get there?
I want to get to 180.
Where are you at right now?
I know. Where did it come from?
Where did 180 come from?
Right. I don't know. It's just where I want to get. I told y'all he was talking about me. But that's me when I get on the scale. I want to see that. But really, I want to get basically where I'm at. Like, you gave me the figure. Well, I can say you gave it to me because evidently it was up under there. But you helped me get, shed all that out. You helped me reveal it. And I have a little bit more to go. But I'm almost there. When I get that stomach together, we good. Right. You already got my butt lifted a little bit. Got a little dip in my back now. Starting to get that stomach, and I'm good. But I still want to see myself at 180 on the scale too. So we got to work all of it together. Okay. And we're gonna get there.
I don't have a weight loss goal. Like I don't care about what the scale says.
You see when them clothes off.
Yeah, exactly. I want to just be able to take my clothes. Well, I'm comfortable with my clothes off anyway. Like that doesn't bother me. But no, I just want to be comfortable in my own body. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Before we go, because you do a great job at meal prepping. Mm-hmm. Before you started coming and joining our family, did you know how to eat at all? What did you learn?
Yeah, I ate what I wanted to eat. And my mama, listen here, it's a thing at my house called Sunday dinner. Okay, like it's real for us. Very real. When I tell you she throw down, right. I'm eating everything.
Do you measure your food now?
Yes. The scale stays on the counter.
Okay, listen. I want you to
tell me what.
Tell the people your portion sizes.
Oh my God, my portion size. For which meal? For which meal?
Throw one out there for the people.
Oh my goodness. So in the mornings I measure out my oatmeal or my grits. I make sure it's 1/4 of a cup. I can say under my carbs. Okay, and that is before I cook my oatmeal or my grits. Okay. And I have 2 sausage patties, or 2 pieces of bacon, turkey bacon.
Okay.
And a handful of grapes, because 3 ounces is really a handful of grapes. 3 strawberries.
All right. What that lunch meal look like?
And then my lunch meal, at this point, I tell him all the time, I know what them 4 ounces of meat look like. Yeah. Okay. I know what it looks like. I don't even have to put it on the scale anymore.
Right.
And just a little broccoli on the side. Listen, she missed her rice. She misses her rice. I miss my pasta. I asked the other day, can I have some spaghetti?
When you seen your pictures side by side, is your stomach smaller?
Yes.
Okay. It's working.
Most definitely.
It's working.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say everybody is happy with the Beast Mode Chef?
I think so.
Yes.
I might have made some people mad, but I think so. I think so.
But it's a good thing, though.
It's just the truth.
Yeah.
I like to everything.
All right, there it is.
Cool.
When the next show? October to what?
Man, that's a good question. I told you 24th.
24th
is the next show. So make sure you all mark it up on your calendar, save it. Put us down in your meeting books, whatever you got to do to make sure you don't miss another episode, man. Because as you can see, we have fun, but at the same time, we giving out great knowledge and we teaching. And I think that's more important than anything, like being able to learn as you go and understand why you are doing what you're doing. And not being afraid to ask questions, because I think a lot of people nowadays feel like they would be looked at funny for asking questions or be considered weird for asking questions.
Right.
You can be you.
Exactly.
Tell them how you feel.
Right.
Whatever, you don't like something, you can't do something, he'll go figure it out.
Yeah.
We switch up all the time. Like it's happened. You can be.
I call everybody that come to the gym and work out with Smoke contract negotiators. Why do I call it that? Because Smoke will say, all right, you guys, we're going to do 15 reps. Well, I got to do 15. Can we do 10? Why we got to do that exercise? Can we do this one? Why we got to do that? I'm like.
He make it happen, though.
But my question is this. Do you want what he giving or do you want to do it yourself? That's my only question. And if you're doing it yourself, then you wouldn't be here.
You're training with him. You just gotta come and train and don't say nothing.
So what we got? I guess you can go to the Repetition Diner. Our past episodes. If you like what we did today, We got a ton of videos.
Ton of videos.
We have how do you decide how many macros, how many carbs should I have, how much fat should I consume, what I look like a man.
Yeah.
Just alcohol, limit my results.
Right.
I mean, just go to repetitiondining.com, go behind the apron. All the videos are there with real people.
People.
All right. So I can't think of anyone else in the city who's giving you as much as what we're giving you. And we're not asking anything in return. It's just that you give it 1,000%.
Whatever
So,
it is you do.
absolutely. That's in the gym and outside the gym. We want you to be great. I'm the chef. This is the coolest host.
You already know in the city, man. Stop playing.
We got Miss Mika and we got Miss Sheena. And we will see you on October
24th.
All right, man. Y'all stay hungry.
Yay.